Fellow comrades, welcome back. The Empire of Austria, even though it's the year 1807, in this timeline still exists. There has been a lot of troubles up to this point. We have fought interesting battles. We have had rebellions in Prague. We even had a revolution, but the separatists, the opposition of the monarchy, the people that is opposing the rule of the Habsburgs have been defeated so far. Napoleon has taken Stuttgart, but we are getting ready here with the great General Max von Lieberich and our new recruited general Andreas Hofer. They are getting ready here to pounce against Baden-Württemberg and reclaim that land. Russia here in Marseille has taken the territories in southern France. We have liberated Switzerland, and Switzerland now is our protectorate, is now in our protection. Then in the north, Hessen is still at war with Napoleon, and we're waiting for any move from this army here, in which we have an agent already posed in here, Emil Jung, which is spying over Stuttgart, Baden, and has created a spy network here in which is telling us every movement. So we're waiting for this army here, commanded by, let's see, Louis Balaguer de Hillier. Anytime he moves, then we're going to be ready. Now, we are not at war with France. This is because we made peace again. This is the second peace that we signed with them. We tried to put the Spaniards against France, but we couldn't. We're going to address that. And then Prussia, which is our brethren in the north, they are still at war with France, and they are fighting a big deal here in Brussels. They have Brussels, and I'm trying to buy Brussels from them, but apparently they don't want to sell it. In terms of research and technology, we are researching right now the Grand Battery because we want +5 bonus to artillery accuracy. Apart from the difficulties in logistics that had the Empire of Austria, they were very, very famous for their artillery. So now let's continue with this. We have here a gentleman. This guy here called Clemens Von Meternick. This is a young guy, 34 years old, that we're going to send him directly to Olomouc. Now let's remember that I said before, Olomouc is going to be our area in which we have this factory. The factory allows us to recruit artillery. So this is it should be my artillery post. To increase that, I need to build an ordnance factory, but this is not for this time because I'm trying to get a little bit of money to try to buy Brussels from the Prussians. As you can see, when you send a gentleman over a city, I'm going to show you here, illustrating my example, in which here we have the ruling class is 9 and the lower class is 1. So I'm going to send the gentleman. This is another thing that the gentlemen can do in this title. You send it here and it says move your gentleman here to increase the happiness of this city's population. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to see very quickly here how that changes. Now it's 10 and 2. So as I was saying, we are getting the research for Ordnance Board. Ordnance Board is going just to be able to, we're going to be able to do that. Let me see here. in building browser, in which we have the cannon foundry up to great arsenal, then we can do the ordnance board. To get the ordnance board, we need to get 2 more, I believe, because here is ordnance factory, and to be honest, ordnance factory is this one, so we are up to level 2, is going to be tier 4. So that's it for now. We can as well use this army, the army here in charge of northern Italy, to attack Luzerne. If Napoleon decides to attack, the possibility for Napoleon to attack Switzerland is going to be very low. In comparison, the selected nation attitude towards Napoleon is good, and Napoleon's attitude towards Switzerland is good as well. So let's end the turn. There goes Napoleon south to relieve Marseille, I believe. An attack in the Northern Sea. Okay, nothing interesting happened. Now, let's remember that we are right now in April. So, when winter comes, which we need to wait still, but when winter comes, we're going to need to move these guys. So, what is the position now against France? I'm going to be monitoring how Switzerland is doing with France, because that is going to be of great interest from us. Now, is there anything that poses a threat? I don't think right now. Hessen is still German, and here there haven't been any attack. I believe France is going to attack here, and I have Mr. Adolf Holzer here, which has local contacts and counter spy, to be right now inside Toulouse, to infiltrate Toulouse. So he has just successfully infiltrated Toulouse. We're going to leave him there so he can get a little bit of a spy network, and that is it for now. So Russia right now, they are trying to get mass mobilization, and they want us to break the trade agreement with France, which is possibly the only thing that is making France not to attack us. They are offering 830, which is not too much. I believe, let me see what they have. Technologies, they have something that they have everything that has to do with a navy, and naval technologies are not of my interest, so I'm going to decline the offer. We cannot afford right now to attack France, even though Napoleon is on the south, and who knows if he managed to recapture Marseille. I cannot tell. So now something is happening here, and we cannot tell. I can try to send this guy, this agent, to this area near Montpellier and try to sneak peek what is happening. Oh, there you are. That's Napoleon, and that's the army of the Russians. The Russians are having the situation a little bit neutralized here, and they are rebuilding the barracks. They are commanded by Mikhail Semenovich in the Marseille province. I think they are equally equally matched. Not so in the fact that Napoleon has a lot of horse artillery here. But that's interesting. So now the question is, do I attack right now Stuttgart-Baden, and do I take advantage of the fact that Napoleon is alone down here in the south with the majority of his generals up here in the north, as you can see? I still don't know what happens here in Strasbourg because I don't have spies there, but here I know that he has a general which is not a powerful one. I can try to assassinate this guy, 37%, which is slightly good. I think I'm going to pass this turn. I'm trying to get a little bit of money here to buy either Brussels or perhaps Silesia. I don't know, Silesia, well, actually it's not gaining any money. Perhaps it's because they have exempt this region. I'm not sure, it doesn't tell, but I can try. Okay, let's see. Let's try to talk with Prussia, and I'm going to give them, I'm gonna ask if they want to give me Silesia, and I'm going to give them, I don't have technologies to give them, but I'm going to pay them 10,000. What do you say? Therefore no, and again no. Yeah, so obviously Silesia is going to be difficult to get. Even buying Silesia is going to be a little bit difficult. Never mind, let's continue here. What is the situation here in the universities? Okay, let's don't forget that we want to move this agent here, Mr. Clemens, to here. So now I am able to move a couple of these guys out from here, and everything seems okay. Let me see if I can move again a couple more. No. So I'm going to return these guys. The situation is 0 with lower classes, and I'm going to send these two guys here to Olomouc. What do we got here? We got a great arsenal. However, we have a market here. Now, look at this. This is a merchant house. I can have plus 100 to region wealth, plus 12 per turn to town wealth in the region, and 1 per turn to town wealth in all my regions, just by building this merchant house here in Budweis. Now here, if I take this, now actually I can't try to convert this to drill school and be able here to recruit, you know, recruit the dragoons, recruit German fusiliers and German grenadiers, which, let me see, I can actually recruit them here to convert this into something similar to Austria, to Vienna actually. I have a Grand Opera House and the Court of Justice. Let me see, what do we got here? We're waiting for the dialectics to get the Supreme Court. And here we have the Military Academy. Then we're going to be able to recruit the 47th Czech Regiment. We're going to be able to recruit the Archduke Charles Legion, 1st Hussars, and those are actually the new units, apart from Uhlans and Chevaliers that we already had. So I believe here, because great arsenal, if I do this, I'll get the money, I believe. So I'm going to take out this, which actually, no, it's not doing, just getting capacity for recruitment, but I would prefer that here. So let's begin with the ordnance factory here, and let's see what else do we got. Possibilities are, of course, by getting the steam engine. Well, that was interesting. Napoleon just passed directly away from Mikhail, the general that is the Russian general that has taken southern France. That was a very interesting move. I didn't expect that. So for some reason he's not attacking. So yeah, eventually this campaign, each time it passes, it gets more and more interesting. So yeah, here I'm going to do... Well, I believe that a cantonment is going to be more than okay. This is going to be okay here. Further, let me see. If I go in politics and try to rise the taxes just for one turn, I'm going to get more money. More money in the next turn. So here, it says here that the lowest area is Transylvania. This is the area with the lowest public order. Let's do lumber mill here. It's going to get better construction sites here, so I'm going to get this lumber mill here. Why not? It looks okay. I saw a Prussian army getting near, well, actually inside enemy lines here in France. If they manage, now this is a huge army, this is almost a full stack. If they manage to attack Strasbourg here in Alsace-Lorraine, I'm pretty much going to declare war directly and take Stuttgart, Baden. And Napoleon is over here. Let me go and see what happened with Napoleon. There he is. I could sabotage... No, it's Napoleon that I want to sabotage army. It's not so clever, so I'm going to move this guy here. Good thing is that we had a little bit of problems with replenishment. We have fixed that with... what was it? We fixed that with field ambulances. Now, of course, we need the military academy to continue advancements in military technologies, which we're doing here. And then dialectics, as I mentioned at the first chapter, is very useful for us. It's gonna be very useful, of course. Now, let's see. Here we can do secret society. And here we can do a merchant house. So I believe that I'm going to continue evolving my own region, which is doing a merchant society here in Linz. Merchant house, sorry. And a secret society to get +2 happiness in all classes and spawning more spies, because we need that. That's for sure that we're going to do that. Still in early May, which it's okay in terms of weather. Let's end the turn. Going directly to Reims. Look at this. They took Reims. That's crazy. The Prussians are giving a big beat to Napoleon. I believe it is time for Austria to declare war and not to be the guy that is always being declared war. Every single time that France have declared war to us, it was because they declare war to us. Now, I think, well, actually I didn't saw where was Napoleon moving. I'm going to believe that Napoleon is here, but as I mentioned before, it is time for Austria to declare war. And we're about to get this, so this is nice. Let's see, the actual ordnance, it's here. We're getting the ordnance factory, okay. Ah, okay. It was for one turn because I don't want another revolution to happen here, so... So, let me see. Napoleon could be anywhere here. Let's move. There you go. So he's here. I'm going to follow Napoleon with this spy all the way. Assassinate is going to be difficult, just trying to infiltrate on him. Now, interestingly, they took this. Now, I can start attacking them. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to defeat them in here. It's fair enough. Well, perhaps one more turn. Let's see what happens. Perhaps they move. When you do strategic planning, to be patient is a good virtue indeed. So I could wait another turn and see what happens here. Either way, I would be ready to attack. It's May, so we don't have any problem. And we're going to get more bonus to artillery accuracy, which is something that I'm going to really appreciate with this. So let me see. I think we're going to be okay with that. Here we have drill school. Okay, we're okay here. So let's end the turn. There goes Napoleon to the north. Oh, they retook that, and they defeated that army, that Prussian army. Oh, look at this. They are offering me things that I don't like. Abolition of slavery, okay, single payment, and they want me to join war against France. Now that you're telling me this, I believe that it's going to be better for me to have this carcass shot. And, well, basically, they are calling us to war. And this is the best moment for us to accept this, because if they give me Grand Battery, carcass shot, and 1,000 in exchange for going to war, or perhaps I can even ask for them instead of this to get Brussels. Why not? Let's see. They have to reject, they say. Okay, they have another huge army here. Okay, perhaps with join against France. Perhaps if you give me... No, not going to accept that. I think I know what I'm going to do now. Technology advance, Grand Battery. Using the tactic of a Grand Battery increases the accuracy of artillery units. The Grand Battery is an artillery tactic which involves amassing all available artillery into one huge battery and then concentrating its fire on a single point in the enemy line. The concentrated fire also makes for devastating attack that can blast through enemy lines and structures. The massed nature of this fire giving improves the accuracy and effectiveness of artillery units in battle. In reality, the Grand Battery was an ingenious new tactic that, for a while, gave Napoleon the edge over his enemies. At Wagram and Borodino, it was used respectively to break an enemy line in the center and repel an enemy counterattack. As with all ingenious tactics, there was an ingenious counterattack. Wellington and other generals started deploying their troops well out of range of any ground battery, which was actually clever and not so difficult to figure it out, and Wellington employed this tactic to great effect at the Battle of Waterloo, deploying his men safely out of range and just to be sure on the reverse slope of a hill, hiding them from any direct fire. Interesting that in this moment we're starting to talk about terms like reverse slope and stuff like that. So they retook here. I don't know if they have something here, but these guys seem very confident in the fact that they are moving there. So I'm going to move this guy here again near Napoleon just to follow him. And yeah, let's see, we have a little bit more of money here. We're very good. We go and add a little bit more of taxes for the nobility. Yeah, of course, we can start attacking here, and let's talk with the actual guys here that are the Prussians. What we are going to ask for them is, okay, you want me to join war? I'm going to join war, and it's going to be better for me to get these two and get this region. Of course, I'm going to pay you perhaps 12,000. It's going to be okay for that. I believe that I'm doing something not good, because now it's not clever to do this, because if I join war with France, I'm going to have this region, which is here in Brussels, next to Reims, and they are in Reims with a full stack, which is going to be actually in a big threat from the French. So I'm going to ask for this, and I'm going to pay them is joining war against France. Now, to join war against France at this point is to definitely go and take Baden-Württemberg, Alsace-Lorraine in conjunction with them, and then go directly to Brussels, Flanders here. This is going to be a must, so yeah. And that is going to be just to take... Okay, I'm going to take in grass this by the time being. So this is going to be my only way to do this. So it is time to do that. It's the only logical way to expand up north into Brussels. So yeah, I'm going to join war, but you will have to give me these two technologies, and perhaps you're going to give me 2,000. No. I'm not going to give you. You are going to give me. Demand it. So what do you say? Okay, let's do it. So now I'm at war with France. So we got Caucasus shot. No, yeah. And the other technology that we got was this, which is pretty much, you know, it's pretty much useless because we don't have a navy, but that's okay. At least we got something. Okay, so now it is time. I'm going to attack with him here. Let me take the agent. Perhaps I can try to kill this guy here. It was detected, so now we couldn't do that. To send this guy here. And now I can't do this, but Interesting if this guy decides to attack me here. I think this guy is going to take Strasbourg. So I'm going to take the army here. So yeah, this is going to be it. There you go. The next turn we're going to take this out from here, so let's end the turn. Yeah, they defeat them. Okay, we got the cantonment in Bohemia. Let me see here, I'm going to get this down. Because of the experience of the revolution, it's gonna move this guy here, and this guy here. The agent, I'm going to take the agent out, which I cannot actually do. You see, let's take this guy out and I can take the agent out. Okay, now it's okay. There you go. So I can demand surrender, which I don't believe they are going to accept, but I'm going to try. Oh, they accepted. Incredible. So now I'm going to liberate Baden-Württemberg. Okay, interesting thing indeed. Okay, let's see, we have two Jaegers here. Here we have Jaegers as well. So I'm going to send the Jaegers, this Jaeger here, and increase here. That, okay, so Baden-Württemberg has risen. So the enemy settlement surrenders. Now Baden-Württemberg is part of my confederacy. There you are, is a protectorate. It's hostile, it says. Interesting. It has very good relations with France. So let's go and do a request trade agreement. And let me give them a lot of these technologies. Okay, they're still hostile, but that's okay. So now, wow, this is interesting indeed. Baden-Württemberg is now in our side, and we have all of these troops ready here to attack this guy that just ran away from us. If we attack here, we can go and take this with the thrust of these three armies, but I'm not very sure about this because I don't want to leave here unprotected. However, with the liberation of Switzerland, we have a very good wall against our own territories that is getting very useful here, because as you can see again, France is in good terms with Switzerland and with Baden-Württemberg actually. So basically the only way that he can push through me is here. So we are concentrating our troops here, which is good. We don't even fought against them because we just surrender this place. So let me see what we can do. I can go and sabotage the army, which is 21%, which is not good. Assassinate 32%. I am not interested in that. In here we can sabotage 30%, which is not good as well. Sabotage the building. The end is not going to do anything against the public order. Oh, here we have assassinate, and I can try to assassinate this Joseph Louis Larange, which is actually right now something that I'm going to do. Yeah, I think it's okay. Let's try this. Assassination success, Joseph Louis Larange. Your agent has successfully completed his mission to assassinate an agent of another nation. And now he's inside here, ready to assassinate this other one. In the university, Classical University of Heidelberg. Yeah, because of that Classical University, I believe it was a good idea to liberate them. Because you see, Classical University has a very great impact on happiness, clamor for reform, so it's something that you have to be very careful. So now we can start pushing here, and I truly believe that I don't know what is happening here, but I truly believe that the Prussians are having something. Even if they don't have anything here, I think that France right now, AI France, is not going to be able to deal with the situation. So what I'm going to do is to move my troops in here. Advance my troops here. And I'm going to leave this guy here. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to push through here, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be able to reach Brussels, even if, let's see if they manage to take Brussels, which is going to be good for me, because then I'm going to take Brussels, and then I'm going to just send this guy to Paris, because that's the last place that I saw Napoleon, and apparently Napoleon is here. This is Napoleon. I know that this is Napoleon because of the horse artillery that we have here. So I can go here, infiltrate, which is going to be a little bit difficult, so it's better to infiltrate in a place that is part of the same region, but it's going to be more easily for me. So I'm going to send this guy here. No, actually, I'm going to send this guy to Brussels, because I want to see what is happening in Brussels. If you're liking what you're seeing, give a like and subscribe to the channel. This was Victus. See you in the next one.